going to take you around to the front of this neighborhood. Again, this is the farm at Brunswick in Carolina Shores. And these neighbors are kind of just milling around. You look up right here, you're looking at a roof that is just completely demolished on this side. The search for what the New Hanover County Sheriff's Office calls a violent suspect ended right here behind me. Neighbors who heard it all unfold say it happened in just seconds. Actually, we're getting one of those gusts of wind right now where the wind really picks up and the rain just comes down on you. We got here a little while ago, like I said. The drive down here was not too bad at first, but conditions were getting worse. Law enforcement officers found Smith holding a woman at gunpoint in a car back behind several businesses here on West Broad Street. Each bus will now have an iPad with an individualized route. Plus, each parent can now track their child's bus when they download the app straight to their phone. I've been trying out a couple games here, and I'm gonna test them out for you, see how they are. So I'm going for that Brady jersey up there. Overpasses like this one on the bridges, especially for your morning commute tomorrow morning. Make sure you go extra slow. Be careful because those are the places that will see some slick spots, if any at all. High police presence here in downtown Wilmington. We're right on 3rd Street at the steps of City Hall where the protest first started. And again, Mayor Bill Saffo announcing there is a citywide curfew in place right now.
Motherly instinct to protect my son. They weren't going to get past me to get to him.
Monica Shepard and her son Damien never expected to be greeted at their Pender County home with that scene Sunday night.
I was playing my video games as usual, and I hear a banging on the door.
Damien says he opened the door to find 15 people, some holding guns, including an off-duty deputy from the New Hanover County Sheriff's Office, all at his doorstep.
They came to my door saying they were looking for a missing girl. They were given my address and my name, and that they were going to come in and look for her.
Despite the graduation sign in the front yard clearly showing he had a different name, he says they kept pushing. Damien says he tried to tell them his name, holding his ground. That's when his mom jumped in.
And he stated it again. I'm just going to step inside and close the door and talk to you guys. And I said, no, you're not.
That's when Shepard says the deputy stuck his foot in the door, trying to push his way in.
I'm just like, my name is Damien, my name is Damien. You guys, I go to Laney High School, I graduated, my sign's on the lawn.
Finally, they say the group left and Shepard called the sheriff's office. That deputy, Jordan Kidda, now charged with trespassing and breaking and entering. Not only that, District Attorney Ben David announcing he's been terminated from the New Hanover County Sheriff's Office.
One thing that we absolutely make certain of is that anyone who's violating the law be treated the same.
We didn't want to rush to any hasty decisions. We wanted to make an informed decision. The situation was diffused, and we didn't feel like there was any further threat that evening.
Still shaken, Shepard says things could have ended much differently.
It didn't have to go that way, and just thankful that it turned out the way it did.
You're so grateful for the help, but that doesn't mean it doesn't hurt.
The hurt of losing your home not once, but twice.
I told everybody I had hurricane PTSD, and I was joking, but I didn't know it was really true.
First Matthew, then Florence.
When I would walk in before, it was depressing. It was embarrassing for my children.
Because Sandra Settle knew she and her family may not be able to stay. Her home destroyed twice. The first time around,
FEMA gave us $126 for cleanup. That was it.
Settle says they had to make the repairs out of their own pockets. Then after Florence, Governor Roy Cooper says the state tried to get as much federal funding as we could.
But we know that there are a lot of holes in those programs, and so putting together Rebuild NC helped us plug some of those holes.
Cooper says the focus is now on funding for long-term recovery for families like the Settles.
You've got to be smarter about how you rebuild, and that's what they have done with this. And if we can get people back into their own homes, we want to.
Settle says they never would have been able to make the repairs without Rebuild NC.
There's only so many home renovations you can do when you don't have the money to do them.
From walking in to a feeling of embarrassment to now,
like Santa Claus has been to town.
Settle feels like she can finally live again.
There couldn't have been a better Christmas present for my family. It's just incredible.
We wanted something that would really bring life and to bring hope and inspiration. So the spirit of Kobe will live forever.
From thousands of miles away, one Bladen County man knew he could do something special.
For everybody to be able to feel you know, that love and the spirit of him and what he stood for, what he represented, and everything he brought to the game.
We've told you about Fletcher Collins, who started building custom caskets for families' loved ones.
I know I can't take away their pain.
That's what Collins says every time he builds a piece. This time, it hit on a whole new level.
You know, I always dream high, hope big, that one day I would do something for someone really great to help them and their family in, you know, of the loss. But no, I didn't see this day this soon or early in my life.
When Collins got the call from a family friend of Kobe Bryant, he went to work, building a tribute casket for Kobe, his daughter Gianna, and the 7 others that died in that helicopter crash.
We were hoping that it would touch his fans and family again in a way that this here piece would be so memorable that it would never ever go away.
Just like Kobe's legacy, Collins wanted the casket to reflect that.
The Black Mamba, you know, in the Staples Center, because that's where he spent 20 years.
In just 72 hours, Collins built the casket, hoping it would embody all the same things the NBA legend did.
Thinking about Kobe and what he brought to not only to the NBA, but to all the neighborhoods with the young ones that desire to be like a Kobe, and that one day it'll lead to a smile on their face.